What's poppin', everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing good out there today. Now, today we are getting into another episode of Brawl News, your favorite spot to get all the details of what the heck is coming and going inside the Brawl Stars community that you might not know about and might want to know about. Woo! We have some very awesome stuff to discuss in today's video. A little bit of additional news on Kit, this potential new brawler around the corner. Some news on an existing star power that might be getting a rework sometime soon. We have the final two new second gadgets being released today and a few other important things that I'm sure you guys are going to want to know about. So hope you guys are all pumped up. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go! Alright everyone, so before we get straight away into anything in today's video, we gotta get the YouTuber stuff out of the way. If you guys enjoy these Brawl News episodes, you like me keeping you in the loop, or just any of my other content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, make that red button gray, baby. It helps out in such a huge way, so thank you. And of course, if you guys would like to support me any further than you are right now just watching this video, it always goes a long way when you use code RAY in the Brawl Stars shop. Keep those dance parties rolling all day long. You guys are absolute legends. Thanks for the continued support. Much love, everyone. But with all of that out of the way, we are beginning today's video off over here on Twitter, outlining the final two new second gadgets that were just released today, the losers of the poll. Guys, if you enjoyed Frank's gadget, if you enjoyed Jean's gadget, my condolences to you all for waiting as long as you had to wait. But we got Jean's and Frank's second gadgets released today. Brawl Stars saying, and lastly, after losing every poll, Jean's gadget is out, crying face emoji, and so is Frank's. Guys, Jean's has literally been in every single poll. He was amongst the very first two when the gadgets were being released. That's hilarious. Feels bad, Jean. Now, with these new 8 second gadgets in the game, it brings up a very interesting question, and that is, what are the next 8 second gadgets going to be in the next update or updates to come? Currently, we have 44 different brawlers here in Brawl Stars, and 28 of them have a full build, having 2 gadgets and 2 star powers, leaving 16 different brawlers not having a second gadget. Now, if we take a look at the trend of the already released second gadgets here in the game, it seems like there was a priority on the lower rarity brawlers getting theirs first. We have almost all the trophy row brawlers having theirs. M's the only one not having that. All the rares stacked out in that department. We're missing 2 from the super rares. We have 3 missing from the epics. The mythics are sitting pretty dang solid, but the higher rarities in the game, all the chromatics don't have a single second gadget, and the only legendary with 2 gadgets is Crow. So if we keep going at this pace, I can most definitely see the lower rarities like Rico and Jackie getting theirs in the next batch, maybe M's getting hers, maybe a few epics, and maybe we'll see some legendaries. That'd be ideal. But my question to you guys is, which of the second gadgets do you guys want to see the most here for the next batch whenever they come? Hopefully, Leon, cross your fingers on that front. But with that out of the way, let's get straight away into the next bit of news. So everyone, since we're kind of on the topic of additional abilities in the game, gadgets and star powers, I thought it was appropriate to go to this bit of news, and that is a potential rework to Honeycoat in the game. We have a conversation here with Ash and Frank. Ash saying, yep, I think most of us wouldn't mind if Honeycoat was reworked or replaced with something else, just like Extra Life. Frank then saying, it's something we're looking into. Continuing here further with another conversation between Dark Slayer and Frank. Dark Slayer saying, how about B with Honeycoat star power in Solo Showdown? And he plans to rework her star power. Frank then saying, Honeycoat is a bit in a similar situation like Extra Life was for 8-bit. It's just not fun to play against. We're looking at what can be done and or if it needs a full rework. So pretty interesting there. Of course, I don't think Honeycoat is as bad as Extra Life was in Solo Showdown, though it is a very, very good star power. Anything that can save your life in a 1 life game mode. But what we're seeing from B's build is the second star power is meant for Showdown, the first star power is meant for 3v3s. And I think ideally the best way to go about it is having it fit in multiple different game modes, right? Not just so clear cut. You gotta make a decision. You gotta think about what star power to bring in. But everyone, with all of that out of the way, it is now time to transition into probably the most interesting bit of news that I have for you guys, and that is all revolved around this potential new brawler, Kit. Now for a brief recap on how prevalent Kit's name is here in the Brawl community, we have so many different examples, some old, some new, of their name popping up. This one being a little bit more recent, we have "Where is Kit" here in the top left-hand corner. We have this photo, which is also very recent, Kit's food bowl there on the bottom of the screen. Also, people theorizing that Kit is Shelly's pet because of the cat being there, and it would make sense if Shelly is living here and Kit is not in the photo. We then, of course, have the infamous thumbnail before the thumbnail, the meow thumbnail, everyone thinking that Kit was a potential brawler to be released here instead of Colonel Ruff. But then it takes us to one of the more recent findings of a photo that was posted a very, very long time ago, suggesting that Kit might have been a thing here in the community for quite some time. Now, when I say a long time ago, I mean a long time ago. The photo that we're going to be taking a look at was released in September. Crazy. Now, what people are talking about with this photo is in the very top left-hand corner of the screen, in a very, very hidden spot. In the shadows here, we have a Shelly along with a cat logo. Now, this photo is most definitely not something unfamiliar. We have something like this here in the game already, but since recent times, with Kit being a thing now in the community, people thinking that this might have something to do with the brawler directly. So people making the connection that that logo is also on the back of Crow's jacket. Now, I'm almost certain that Crow is the only brawler here in the game currently that has this particular logo on him. So of course, if this is indeed Kit's logo, people are making the connection that maybe Crow has an alliance with Kit or whatever Kit's gang is going to be if he or she is released into the game. Now, the thing that I find the most interesting and exciting about this photo is the fact that Shelly is right next to the cat logo. I feel like this confirms a few different really interesting things. Number one, and probably the biggest one, is this is basically confirmation that it is indeed tied with Kit. A logo for Kit, a symbol for Kit, whatever it might be. Solely on the fact of more recent examples of having Shelly along with Kit in the same exact environment. We have Kit's food bowl here on the bottom, like I pointed out before, and the photo of Shelly and Kit. And number two, with this finding, it gives us a little bit more context as to why it's on Crow's jacket if this is indeed a Kit logo. Basically giving the theory that Crow and Kit might have an alliance here in the game a little bit more viability, right? It also might be a reason as to why Colonel Ruff is taking a closer look at Crow here in this particular photo that we broke down in a previous Brawl News episode, looking into him because Kit and Crow might be working together, right? And I think we can all agree that dog versus cat kind of makes sense. So Colonel Ruff taking a look at his enemy basically. And then really the only other thing that I want to bring up with all of you guys about this Kit situation is the fact of how long this logo has been in the game or in the Brawl Stars community. The photo of Colette being released in September and on the back of Crow's jacket once he was reworked. It's been a long time, but now more recently we're getting some clarity as to what this logo is and the connections that it has here in the game between Shelly and Kit, now Crow and Kit, and just by the sole fact that Kit has been mentioned quite often as of recently as well. In an actual Brawl talk, they said its name, popping up in photos and so many other places. So I'm kind of on board with this whole new brawler Kit train if you ask me. Make sure to let me know what you guys are thinking about this whole situation in the comments down below. It's all very, very interesting. And the only other thing that I want to bring up with all of you guys, I did have a tiny bit more, but this video is getting a bit long here, is something interesting that this person pointed out. As you can see in this photo at the very top, they have this paragraph highlighted. This year, the Brawl team will introduce a record amount of new exciting content, such as skins for our players, as well as big improvements to the competitive and social play, and inspired by the success of the map maker, more tools for players to express their creativity. So some people very excited around the whole social improvement aspect of this paragraph, maybe pointing to some improvements to the clubs, which we've been asking for quite some time now, and again getting some confirmation on something that we've already kind of come to expect, and that is some improvements to the map maker or additions to map maker. It is technically still in beta, so hopefully we see some really fun stuff happen with that being added in the game, and a very successful addition to Brawl Stars. It is so much freaking fun. I think we can all agree map maker was a great addition to the game. But yeah guys, that's just about it for Brawl News in today's video. Be sure to let me know what you're thinking about all the things that we discussed in today's video. A lot of interesting things always happening in the Brawl Stars community. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to slap a like on it. I'd really, really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody.